this morning. Please cut your cell phone to silent or vibrate. We've asked Supervisor Jonathan Wells to say the prayer this morning. Just please stand for the prayer and pledge.
Bow your heads. Well, Father, once again, we just want to bring ourselves before you. We want to lift this board up to you and just everyone that works within our government, that we would just have hearts and minds that would chase after you and would please you. So I pray that for us this morning. I pray for just our men and women in services always, Father. I pray for our local authorities as they're out doing their jobs, that you protect them. Father, we just pray for your blessing this morning. In Christ's name, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Supervisor Wells. All right, we have approval of agenda even date. So moved. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. We have approval of minutes dated January 6, 2020 and January 16, 2020 work session. So moved. Motion is second. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Sheriff's Office.
Good morning, gentlemen. Happy New Year.
Good morning.
First item on my agenda is personnel. You have listed there personnel that are no longer associated with Baltimore County Sheriff's Department. Item number 2 is to add this to our inventory. This is a 2024 F-150 pickup truck that's been purchased by our current investigation division, specifically our narcotics division.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
The next several items are going to be training opportunities for us. The first one will be Tim McDonald and Ben Moore will be attending the street crime seminar in Tunica, Mississippi, January 27th through the 29th. Lodging is $221.64. Is requested the amount of $368. This cost will come out of our budget. They'll be traveling in a county vehicle.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Item number 4, Deputy Tim McDonald and Antonio Nader will be attending the SFST training in Columbus, Mississippi, February the 4th through the 6th. Lodging is $161.89 and per diem is $276. Again, they'll be traveling in a county vehicle.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Item number 5, Deputy Ben Moore will be attending the A-RIDE conference, A-RIDE training in Greenwood, Mississippi, February the 19th through the 20th. Lodging will be $103.68. Per diem is $92. Again, they'll be traveling in a county vehicle.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Item number 6, Investigator Clifford Holloway and Steve Thomas will be attending the homicide and death investigation in Hammond, Louisiana, February the 10th and 14th. Registration is $1,050. Lodging will be $640 through 26, and per diem is $552. They'll be traveling in a county vehicle. It's been coming out of our budget.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
The last item, Investigator Toby Pinch will be attending the 7th annual One Loud Voice Conference and CAST Symposium in Biloxi, March 18th through the 20th. Registration is $165. Lodging will be $312.10. Per diem will be $138. It's traveling in the county vehicle.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
This concludes my agenda unless the board has any questions or concerns.
Thank you, Sheriff. This takes us to Mr. Rushman is not here this morning. He's more than sick. Mr. Laffer, you gonna take care of it?
Yes, sir. Rush's first item, he needs approval to accept the lowest and best quote of Harris Hankins Motor for one 2019 Chevrolet 1500 four-wheel drive crew cab LT in the amount of $38,009.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, need approval to accept the lowest and best quote of Johnson Dodge for one 2020 Dodge 3500 in the amount of $43,909. See your two quotes there.
So moved. Second. Discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, need approval of Bobby Pritchard's dirt pit lease at 90 cents per yard.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
My fourth item here, or my next three actually have to do with the EPW, so we'll work through these. I need approval to accept the lowest and best bid from H.E. Mosley in the amount of $35,396 for Sam Gray Road. I'll note that Lee will also have this on his agenda. Copies on the further.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, I need approval to accept the lowest and best bid from H.E. Mosley in the amount of $24,800 for PPW partner.
So moved. Second. Discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, I need approval to accept the lowest and best bid of H.E. Mosley in the amount of $46,595 for PWP work.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, I need approval to surplus the following list for auctions: 3 Kubota tractors, 315 bush hogs, 1 Ford F-150, and 1 Dodge 15.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, I need approval to advertise for bid for 1 new excavator.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Ayes have it.
Next item, I need approval to pay the final balloon payment for 2 skid steers currently on lease in the amount of $52,500 each payable to Caterpillar Finance. This was from our discussion Thursday. Russian and I have been having this discussion for probably a week or better, trying to figure out the best way. If you'll remember, back 3 years ago, we just purchased 2 skid steers with a good buyback based on the fact, based on the condition that we continue to lease purchase with Caterpillar. Well, after talking with DFA and the state audit department, because of the purchase environment that we now operate in, it's not advantageous for us to continue to lease at this time. Talking with Rush over the weekend, just kind of hashing it out, the best thing for us to do at this time is to purchase these two, allow him, if so in the future, if he so needs to put one of them in auction, we know will bring a pretty handsome payment and work it that way. Just because of the way that the purchase laws are written and the way that we now have to do the state contract / source well contract, it's not going to be advantageous for us to try to do another one. If that makes sense. It didn't make sense in my head the first time. When I was practicing Friday.
Clear as mud.
Is there any questions?
So moved.
Second. All right. Any more discussion?
I would just say, in Rush kind of tried to explain this to me the other day, and he's more adverse and understanding of it. This isn't a one-size-fits-all on leasing. There's going to be other things that we can look at just on this kind of equipment. And kind of having to stick with Caterpillar is the problem. Because it was my understanding we just couldn't turn around and do business with Caterpillar because we got to put it all out for bid. So it kind of messed that purpose of leasing from them up to trade them in and stay with them.
thinking through it, after talking to them, in a year, I look for our purchasing laws to be completely different than what they are today, based off the conversation that you guys have had in the state leadership, which just puts us in a better purchasing environment.
We got our fingers crossed.
Well, if you continue down the path we're going now, we're definitely not going to end up like
I'd also like to make a comment on our state leader that they would take in consideration that when we have to bid something, even though the local person may not be the cheapest, but then you need to take in consideration that you've got to spend a day taking equipment to, per se, Jackson, and you lose productivity for his manpower, equipment, plus the liability of being on the road hauling that equipment, and then you have to go back and get it fixed. To me, even though the lowest bid may not be here, the lowest bid may not be our in Lauderdale County, but they need to try to work the law around that it would benefit the county and save the county money.
You consider those other relevant factors.
Yes, sir.
It's not the best price, just based on purchase price alone.
Correct.
Doesn't the purchase laws allow us to spec in there that they have to have a repair shop within however many miles we could say Lauderdale County if we want to.
You're exactly right, 100% right. But you also have several other equipment dealers that are bid inside that, and you lose money on your Caterpillar side. But you knew if we were church
Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
I'm gonna ask Chris to pause at item 10. And Josh, if you'll say, normally Josh is now an employee of the Pat Harrison Waterway District. I'm gonna ask Chris just to table this one. We got a letter request on Thursday, and I have not had an adequate chance to look at it yet.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna ask you to table it, because ordinarily when we get a request from Pat Harrison, Josh has to recuse himself, step out of the room, consider that. So we're not really in a position to take it up.
I don't know that I can answer any questions, but I'm glad to take some notes and send those back to Rush.
If I was to say something to Rush, if he were here this morning, and I just want you guys to know, my 15-year-old was about to cross 39 yesterday, and an 18-wheeler with log truck came barreling through, laid on the horn, and ran the red light. And I've lost sleep. I couldn't imagine if she would have went. And luckily, you just have to understand how that red light works, but it was the east side of Briarwood's turn to go, and luckily that car watched him barrel through. And what's the rule? When are log trucks allowed on the road in the mornings? Is it before daylight? Are they allowed on the road? Do we know that? Is there a statute?
I think so.
It is a statute. I think, if I'm not wrong, and the sheriff or chief deputy can correct me, that they're not supposed to be on the road before sunrise and after sundown. Is that true, Sheriff? Thank you.
But that didn't happen tonight. That happened yesterday morning about 10 o'clock. And it was just disturbing. I don't know. I would ask Russ, I know 39 is not ours, but do we need to reach out to the state? Is there a way to slow them down? Because I know coming up to our shop, our barn on 39, they have a warning light that tells you it's about to turn red. So,
This is the term where you go to the golf course from Briarwood. Yeah, that would have been
Numerous people killed.
accidents there that the light's been changed there. That was been a challenging intersection. I think it's partially way.
So they were coming from, she was coming from Kemper County, coming down, isn't there a hill coming?
yeah,
Yeah.
well, they were headed north, but there's hills coming down both
Okay.
ways to the red light. So, but, obviously, he was moving fast enough he couldn't get stopped. But So he laid on his horn, and that was enough. You know, could you imagine some kid listening to their music, not paying attention, and just his screen on go?
Never trust a light. You
That's
still need to look both ways going through intersections.
Even on one-way street.
That's right, especially right here. You never know.
That's exactly right.
Well, thank you for letting me chase that rabbit, but it was disturbing to hear, you know, people.
That's all right. Look both ways on one-way street.
All right, let's go to Miss Carolyn Mooney, the Chancellor Clerk.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My first item, I would like to submit for inclusion in the minutes a public notice advising of the date and time of this meeting pursuant to section 254113 of Mississippi Code of 1972. My next item, I need board approval for the second claims docket for the month of January and to authorize the clerk to issue the warrant.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
My next item, I need to include in the minutes certification from Sheriff Solly that 15,088 meals were served in the Lauderdale County Detention Facility during the month of December, and to authorize the board president to sign the necessary paperwork.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
My next item, I have 11 oath of office that I need board approval.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Mr. President, thank you for this.
Ms. Carroll. Anybody have any questions for our Chancery Clerk? If not, we will proceed to Chris Lackey, our County Administrator.
Morning, Mr. President, Board. I need to amend my agenda to include some travel for our tourism department. The first one is for Dee Dee Magoyan to attend the governor's inauguration event. This will be a ratified approved from January the 14th to 15th. Expenses will include hotel for one night, 2 days per diem, and travel.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, I need approval for Dee Dee Magoyan and Steve Martin to attend the Mississippi Tourism Association Legislative Capitol Hill event and reception, January the 22nd to the 23rd. Expenses for hotel, one night, 2 days per diem, and travel.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Now, for both of those, I need approval. Just rehash those modified agenda. So the first one is ratified approved for Dee Dee Magoyan to attend the governor's inauguration event with the Mississippi Tourism Association, January the 14th in Jackson. Expenses include one night hotel, 2 days per diem, and travel.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, I need approval for Dee Dee Magoyan and Steve Martin to attend the Mississippi Tourism Association Legislative Capitol event and reception, January 22nd to 23rd in Jackson. Expenses for each will include hotel for one night, 2 days per diem, and travel.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, I need approval for the following travel requests, which include transportation, registration, hotel per diem, membership costs as applicable for the following. You see the list there. I think we kind of included what was in there from last year. Was there anything that we need to add?
Motion.
I know I'll have to, I've already been told I have to attend a couple of the NACO, but we can just do them as they come up.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, I need to ratify and approve the reappointment of Joe Norwood to the TDWB/LEO Board.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, I need approval to reappoint Jimmy Moore to the EMCC Board of Directors for a 5-year term effective April 2000.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, I need approval to reappoint Mr. Jesse Barnett as jury commissioner for a 4-year term.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, I need approval for Tiffany McGowan and Violetta Dominique to attend Tax Collector School March 16th through the 20th, 2020 in Pearl. Travel will include registration, hotel, per diem, travel.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, I need approval for Chuck Roberts to attend the Mississippi Constable Board meeting in Vicksburg, Mississippi, January 23rd. Travel will include mileage.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, I need approval to transfer $9,917.09 from the general fund to DUI grant fund 003.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, I need approval to transfer $150,000 from the general fund to economic industry recreation fund 103.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, I need approval to accept the bid of, the only bid, from Cooper Concrete in the amount of $34,000 for the Ag Center demo and removal of existing stairs and installation of concrete stairs and metal handrails. Cooper Concrete was the only bid this season.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, I need to include in the minutes an emergency purchase of the E911 CAD as defined in Mississippi Code 1972-3171F and executed in accordance with Mississippi Purchasing Law, Florida, and Board of Supervisors, Board President, and County Administrator to determine that an emergency exists in regards to the repair, give an opportunity for competitive bidding would be detrimental to the interest of Lauderdale County due to the old CAD computer malfunctioning. An emergency repair of approximately $6,000 was completed.
So moved.
Next, I need
I was just trying to beat John.
Next, I need to include in the minutes that the county's financial statements for fiscal year 2019 will reflect an uncollectible rate pertaining to the solid waste accounts receivable. The current system is 19.43% uncollectible. The old system is 100% uncollectible. In fiscal year 2018, the rate was 20.83% and 100% respectively. This is next, I need approval to apply for a Mississippi Department of Finance and Administration procurement card with a $5,000.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, or finally, I need approval for the board president to sign the 2020 initial boundary validation program. What this is for this 2020 census, it's basically saying that our county boundary is the same as back.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
And then your questions that
Mr. Chairman?
Mr. President, good morning.
Board?
First item, ask to consider a resolution approving the employment of professionals as Butler Snow LLP in connection with the county's annual continuing disclosure requirement for fiscal year 2019.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
And Mr. President, this is something we're required to do every year. Butler Snow's been performing this service for us for a number of years, and the charge is the same it has been in previous years. It's $3,000 a year.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Next, actually consider a motion to approve the reorganization of the Long-Term Recovery Committee, non pro tem to January 1, 2020, by reducing the number of committee members from 15 members to 9 members, reappointing the following persons to the committee. That's Justin Branstetter, James Carter, Norman Coleman, Ronald Collier, Christianakis, Neil Henry, Jimmy Moore, Fonda Rush, and Kim Waters, and also rescinding all other prior appointments to the committee.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Mr. President, do we have the breakdown of does the board know the breakdown of the county, city, and mayor?
We haven't broken down that fashion.
You didn't break it down that fast.
Originally it was, the reduction of the number from 15 to 9 is to, it's very challenging to get a quorum when you have 15 members. And I don't want to name any names, but there's some of the initial appointees that have been, haven't attended many meetings that make it a challenge to get a quorum for this committee to do business. So 9 members is a much more reasonable number for me to be able to function. We have grant money that's available that the committee needs to work with to provide to those people who need that. And with the number of members we have, they can't do business. So the individuals that are on this list have been participating members. It's good.
And these were 9 of the original.
Either 9 of the original or some who were appointed to replace the original members. These are all currently serving members of the committee.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, ask you to consider a motion to approve an order authorizing acceptance of a drainage easement from James Allen Hall and Carol Hall relative to the Kewanee Road EWP project.
So moved. Second.
Either way.
Any discussion?
I'm gonna get a little quicker.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, ask you to consider a motion to approve an order authorizing acceptance of a drainage easement from Tommy Jean Ryan relative to the Kewanee Road EWP project.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Next, ask you to consider a motion to approve an order authorizing acceptance of a drainage easement from Richard Addison Swink and Aaron Ruth Swink relative to the Sam Gray EWP project.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
That reference to James there with a typo. Next, ask you to consider a motion to authorize the board president and clerk to execute assurances related to the real property acquisition relative to the Kewanee Road EWP project. Upon execution of the orders authorizing acceptance of the drainage easements from James Allen Hall and Carroll Hall and from Tommy Jean Ryan relative to the Kewanee Road EWP project. That's a mouthful.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
And
Ayes have it.
and a comment upon Chris's agenda, then once this is completed, then that puts us in a position to move forward with the contracts. All right. Same thing for number 7. In terms of the status, ask you to consider a motion to authorize the board president and clerk to execute assurances related to real property acquisitions relative to the Sam Gray Road EWP project on execution of the order authorizing acceptance drainage easement from Richard Addison Swink, Aaron Ruth Swink relative to the Sam Gray Road EWP project.
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Hey, Chris, I have to pause on that EWP.
There's an EPW term that's,
That's an enemy prisoner of war. It's our military background. It just flows. So, anyway. Subject questions, that completes the legal agenda. I will ask you to consider the need for executive session.
Questions? All right, we'll move to other matters for general good and welfare where anybody in the public have 5 minutes to come up to the podium and speak. Ms. Aaron
Oh, man, I thought you was just gonna
Get up, come up. All right, seeing no movement, we'll move to actions from supervisors. Mr. Wells from District 1.
All right. As I told you Thursday, I do have a petition by one of my constituents in the neighborhood out at Bailey Acres. Do I need to read the address?
You can, just need to put it on the minutes.
It's 4266 Bailey Acres Circle. Last year there was an arson fire there. Buildings left standing. I would like for us to look into it. Neighbors say it's a nuisance property. It's open for children to get into and get hurt on. It's 4266 Bailey Acres Circle.
So, Mr. President, this time, it's recommended that you enter to the minutes that we receive the petition, and then we'll receive that and investigate it, make sure, one, that it's adequate to move forward with the statutory process, and then we'll have that on your agenda for the next meeting. So if something more needs to be done, then we'll let you know between.
So it's just putting that in the minutes, you only
Correct. Don't need a motion. Just put it in.
Thank you, gentlemen. Other than that, I don't have anything. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Certainly want to express my happiness to be at the Martin Luther King breakfast yesterday morning, where it was a lot of people there. Aaron was there, and had a little surprise. I certainly want to tell the board that I certainly hope that I done the board justice in bringing greetings. It was a surprise to me, but I enjoyed myself. It was a lot of people there, and certainly what a day it was yesterday to be remembered. I look forward. I didn't attend the parade or the other activities, but I did get to go to and it was a lot of people there, and it was warm. It was at Tommy Delaney's Center, and it was warm, not at the Frank Cochran. Also, the Optimist Club is having its biggest fundraiser, Pancake Jubilee, which is 73rd this February the 25th. It's from 7 to 7. If you want to see yours truly flip some pancakes, I'll be there from 6 to 8. The tickets are $5 in advance and $6 at the door. Remember to buy them from me and not leave factory. Thank you.
Start.
I'd just like to wish my daughter, my middle child, she turned 13 Sunday. She had a good birthday. Just happy birthday. Just to recognize. That's it.
Mr. Newell, I'd like to thank you for standing in for me yesterday. It's my understanding that my name was on a program to bring greetings, and I had no idea until you told me that a few minutes ago. You stood in the gap, so I appreciate you standing in the gap.
Always a pleasure.
I'd still like to find out how I was not informed that I was on a particular program, but I enjoyed all the King's festivities. I guess the only other thing I need to get Chris's in my meeting, but that was ad paperwork left in my office for the MLK Gala, which is I think this Saturday. I think we usually do something. Just ask the board to Saturday, and I get it to Chris. Whatever we do in here.
All right, the Get Around Recycling, January 25th from 9 to 1. I'd like to thank a long week for all the little actors. Little Mermaid was this past week. TK was ready to go back to school today. He said he missed going to school. He's tired of being. But Miss Ellie Massey, Miss Sydney Coven, Miss Carol Sue Wiggins putting all that up with all those youngins, 80 kids all week long. Update on Benville-Collinsville Road Bridge. The train has arrived they're waiting.
We're sending some flaggers from Cincinnati that has the flag on the railroad. They're assembling it today, and they're gonna start tomorrow, my understanding. So it's been a long process, and also, discussing with Engineering Plus, the Highway 80 bridge is that they are, they're working on getting plans and everything submitted to states, because we are gonna have to replace that one. It's not gonna be able to be repaired.
What's the completion date on that? Do you know?
They said 8 to 10 weeks, but depends on weather. They had to get started. So
They gotta get started
So I'm glad they're getting started. All right, so Ms. Thacker?
Yes, you consider a motion for the need for executive session.
Motion.
We strike Josh down for that.
All right, Mr. Thacker? All right. The board did go into executive session, discussed a couple matters, the transaction of business, discussions and negotiations regarding the potential location of a business or industry in Lauderdale County, as well as the potential purchase or lease of real property, and no action was taken. And Mr. President, I do have, ask you to consider a motion to amend the legal agenda to include the motion to amend the memorandum of agreement with Mississippi Children's Museum, Mississippi Children's Museum, Meridian, authorizing Lauderdale County's authorized contribution up to $325,000 for the purpose of providing in-kind work in the form of granular fill material for the site, and also foundational materials for the parking lot, along with the associated contractual amendments for MCM-M to obtain the materials without interfering with Lauderdale County's mall demolition/abatement project or causing damage to county property such as the mall fence.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. At this time, Mr. President, I ask you to consider a motion to amend the memorandum of understanding with Mississippi Children's Museum Meridian, increasing the authorized contribution up to $325,000 for the purpose of providing in-kind work in the form of granular fill material for the site, as well as foundational materials for the parking lot, and the associated contractual requirements for Mississippi Children's Museum Meridian to obtain the materials without interfering with the county's mall demolition/abatement project or causing damage to county property such as the mall fence.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. And Mr. President, that completes the legal. All right. Do anybody have anything else? So we need a motion to adjourn until Monday, February the 3rd at 9.
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Ms. Dillon?